Hello, hello. What's going on? I know I said we were gonna do notebooks or journals, but these came today, so change of plans. Because I obviously can't wait to get a bunch of these painted. Thanks. These are the new ornaments that I you know, asked 24 Hour to get done for us, since, you know, we wanted some non-Christmas ones. So yeah, me too. Hello, hello. Yes, ornaments. Change of plans. I figured doing these would help show off those pigments, you know what I mean? Since the pre-order is over tomorrow night. So if you haven't grabbed any yet, because you're not sure how you want to use them, I've been using them a lot on these. You can use them on just like regular dot things too, but this is kind of where the idea kind of stemmed from. So no, I will be. That's just the very last step. All right, so I did the dragonfly today. Obviously we'll like dot around these. I started the waves, the beach one, obviously the hummingbird, but I've got more blanks prepped. I'll probably do at least one more before we paint. So there's the ladybug. We've got a little gnome holding a balloon. The sea turtle, which I'm interested to figure out how I'm gonna paint this one. I don't quite know yet. Heart gnome, a butterfly, St. Patrick's Day gnome, and Amanda. Oh, I feel like we should do this one. Let's do that one for right now. Thanks. This is Galaxy. And all they did was burnish it on. So like this is Galaxy in acrylic paint, the shift, and then this is it burnished, which, you know, my nails are already all paint covered and stuff. Man, I can't keep them nice apparently. Yeah, maybe we'll do the sea turtle too. How's it going, everyone? Happy Thursday. How's the snow situation for you guys? These, how do we order what? Sorry, the chrome powders or the ornaments? So I have a listing on my website for the chrome pigments. And you just choose the ones you want. and order them. And then on Saturday, I'll place the order. I'm kind of glad I did a pre-order because more of you guys like ordered them than I don't want to say expecting, because obviously I want you guys all to like get them, but kind of glad I did a pre-order because I can tell you right now that I wouldn't have been able to afford to I wouldn't have got that many. So they would have sold out real fast. So pre-orders are nice because that means everybody can get what they want. I mean, my goal is to like not do a pre-order every time, but we'll see. Wait, do you already have snow? Hello, hello. Or you're just like the snow that you're expecting is gonna be horrible. We are live. Hello. Well, you have until tomorrow night, or technically Saturday morning, whenever I decide to officially take the order down and get the order submitted. Yeah, ours is supposed to start Saturday as well. So you know, basically I'm going to be spending my weekend making merch because that came in today. So I'll be working on it all weekend. I'll probably start a little bit tomorrow and Saturday, but we're not going anywhere this weekend, so. Yeah, so I didn't think we were supposed to get much, but I guess it like shifted and now we're supposed to get, they were saying on the low end 5 to 8 inches, but on the high end 12 to 15, which I know isn't as much as some other people are predicted, but so I don't know. So I have it linked on here, but I don't know how well it shows up. So if I were you, I would just go to JGrondz.art.com. Just type it into your browser. It's the first thing on the main like home screen of the web page. Sometimes it takes a second for YouTube to like upload everything, I guess, appropriately. So since that is a newer listing, there might be some kind of like bug for how it like, you know, looks on here. Listen, Mother Nature is pissed. But honestly, like I've been saying this for a couple years. I feel like at least here in Pittsburgh, we haven't gotten nearly as much snow as I remember us getting when I was a kid, you know? So I'm actually pretty excited for the snow. So, couple things. I don't know if you noticed, but in the pack of 2, one of them is like fatter than the other. Did you notice that? So sometimes I find that using the one that's a little bit fatter, less pointy, helps me pick up paint. Now, it is possible that these have kind of dulled out on me over time, and that's why I'm a little bit, like, more able to pick paint up. But I kind of, like, scoop my paint so that it's, like, drippy. And then I kind of just use this to kind of move my paint around, at least for, like, these specific things that I'm using right now, or that I'm painting on right now. But they are very sharp and pointy, so like they're not gonna pick up paint super easily. They're more used to like drag dots into swooshes and stuff. But sometimes with like the more like the fatter tip one, sometimes you can do like little micro dots and stuff. But if you find that that's still not working, just dull out the little tip a little bit more. It might just be a little too pointy. Because technically this little pink tool, it's not made for dot art, but we've been using it. Right? Oh my gosh, such a good amount of new ones. I've been waiting. There were so many good ones that I knew were coming, and I'm just really excited to be able to do like non-Christmas specific ones, because I just think it's gonna be so fun. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be really cold here too. It's like Saturday is when we're supposed to get a lot of snow. Saturday and Sunday. So it's supposed to start like later, like 6, 7 o'clock on Saturday. And then pretty much snow all Sunday. And then when the snow stops, like for Monday, it's going to be freezing. So, yeah. I have no plans to go anywhere. Scott and I, we went to the grocery store today. And we basically... I feel like we kind of stocked up, not like we didn't like snowstorm buy necessarily, but like we got enough stuff so that like we don't have to go to the grocery store probably for a week. So fingers crossed. You know what's funny is that I actually did buy sugar and brown sugar. Because he was like, oh, you should make monkey bread breakfast for dinner. Make monkey bread one of these days. So, when I was making it on Christmas Day, I realized that I was like pretty much out of brown sugar and sugar. So I picked some more up so that now we have it. Yeah, the ice is a little scary. Hopefully. Are you guys supposed to... Wait, where's all the ice supposed to happen? Like further down? Snow cream. Wait, really? I don't think I've never done that. I don't know the beauty of snow cream. I don't know. I was always told, like, don't eat the snow. I mean, of course, I ate snow when I was a kid, but, like, as an adult, don't eat the snow. I am. I mixed it in Duraclear. This is how the big way that I use pigment powders. Is I've been mixing them in acrylic or Duraclear, and it just gives you a really shifty, pretty, like, I don't want to call it paint because it's not. I've been using it on these ornaments, these etched ornaments, and I kind of like fill in the spots. Now this ornament specifically has like smaller sections, but typically what I'll do is I'll use it on something like this and then I'll cluster dot around it. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had snow cream before. I don't think so. So all of these ornaments that you see me working on tonight, these are the first time I've had these. The designs are new to me. So I'm still trying to figure out the best way that I want to incorporate my dots in with it. And I know that some of them are going to have less dots than others because just that's how the design is, but we're just kind of seeing what happens. I mean, really, there's just going to be probably dots around whatever I don't color in, at least on this one, because I really do want to just mostly color this in with the pigment powder mix. So these are laser etched wood pieces from my friends at 24 Hour Crafts. I'm an affiliate with them, and I've recently been working on working with them with like some fun ideas for us to paint. And these are some of them. Can't eat the yellow snow. Well, I just heard, like, you know, the pollution and stuff is kind of bad, that you just don't want to eat snow anyways anymore. But I mean, I'm not gonna knock it, because, like, I'm sure it's freaking delicious. How's it going, Wanda? Probably gonna have to make more of this color, because I'm almost out of the mix that I made. It's so pretty. I'm good. Maybe I'll, like, do, like, every other, I don't know. A little vanilla, a little sugar. Oh, interesting. What about, like, I always forget which one's which, but, like, is it condensed milk? This one is Galaxy. So it's the same one on my nails, but it looks different when you put it in Duraclear, because it's not, you don't burnish it on, it's just kind of mixed in, so you have a little bit, depending on the angle that it shifts, it'll change. So, like, you guys see, like, a lot of teal. Mine, for my angle, it's like teal and purple, kind of just like marbled. Yeah. Hopefully I have enough. I mean, I should. I'm only working with, like, sample ones, so, like, I don't even have full 1 gram containers either yet anyways. Oh, okay. That sounds fun, though. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, we'd go out in the snow and I would just sit there and eat snow. Yeah, I was working on these for a couple hours earlier. I wanted to get them, like, done enough so that we could, like, dot, but I also wanted to do at least one of these with you guys tonight, so we'll see. No paintbrush for me. You get a better coat if you just kind of swirl it on with your dotting tool. Thanks. Yeah, it's definitely been fun so far. I mean, I gotta talk to my supplier on Saturday, but but man, the it's an expensive order, which is fine. That's what a pre-order's for. Because I definitely wouldn't have wanted to front that all on my own. Like, I know hindsight is 20/20, but, like, in reality, like, how would I know how many of you guys would have wanted this? I guess I should have paid, oh yeah, no, wait. Yeah, that's good. I was like, I guess I should have paid attention if doing every other one was gonna work out, and it is, so we're good. Crisis averted. So I like to outline first, just so I can, like, you know, try not to overflow the edge. I'm gonna try, yeah. It all depends on how much it changes, like, the shipping profile and everything, because there's a bunch of extra fees that kind of go into it. So I'm gonna talk to him on, that's why I want to talk to him on Saturday, because I'm starting to wonder if maybe it'll be more cost effective for me not to have them portion it out for me. I've got to see. He said it depends on, you know, the amount, which obviously I didn't have the full number for him when I talked to him yesterday, since the pre-order is still happening. So we'll see. But yeah, I want to try and at least get, I don't know, another 20 of each color in, or so, maybe more. I don't know. It just depends. because I would like to be able to have this and not just like always do a pre-order, but it's expensive. Overseas, I have a friend who directed me towards this supplier, and it took me a lot of time to kind of pick it out, but he's a really good guy, and he's been super helpful this entire time. It's been awesome. But yeah, it's overseas, so you know, all those extra fun costs that nobody likes paying. And by nobody, I mean like me. And any small business who has to, you know, not do domestic. It's really hard to find good suppliers over here, to be honest. But I guess I'm not surprised. Yep, good old tariffs. But when I brought these to my nail girl yesterday, she was like so impressed. She was like, oh my God, these are so buttery and soft and like they go on so well. She's like, dude, I'm telling you, like, she was like, I'll get like a container half the size and I pay $25 for it. She's like, dude, this is such good quality. And I was like, thanks. That actually like I knew it was good quality, but like hearing it from like someone who uses it all the time and who like would know, you know, she was like super impressed. So I'm gonna give her a whole like 10 collection too. Let's see. Maybe I want to keep it all this. I don't know. Let's make more. Hello. Where's my high gloss? That's not high gloss. There we go. What do you mean, prepped ones? Oh, these ones? Yeah. Okay. I don't have much left. This was the sample that I got from them. So typically, I'll fill it up that much and I'll do like, you know, like a little thing of a popsicle stick. And then I'll do another. Hey, if you just kind of are a productive member to our conversation, you're welcome to stay. Thank you. This is Galaxy like rubbed on. So these are the ones, actually these ones are from Michael's, but I prefer the ones from Hobby Lobby. And like they're pretty typical paint palette size. The reason I like the ones from Michael or Hobby Lobby better is because they're just easier to open with my nails. So we have the hummingbird. There is the waves with the sun. I think I'm gonna dot this area. Haven't quite figured it out yet. This one's gonna get like a blue sky, maybe some clouds dotted. And then this one just dots. I don't know what color I'm gonna do yet. Good evening. So you can use the pigment powders just like you saw me do, mix them up in Duraclear, or you can use them on your nails. You can also use them with like a tacky glue, like Gloosh, like from Deserted Bliss, like her tacky glue stuff. You can use them on top of that and like burnish them on. There's a lot of ways that you can use pigment powders, but my main way is like this. And then you can also use them for like top dots and things like that too. Oh, have they? I didn't notice. Well, so I did those earlier today. I sat down for a couple hours, and that's the only thing I've painted today. So no real dotting yet. I've been busy though, but I was able to sit down for a little bit and do those. I woke up today and I was like, I want to clean. I want to clean. So I like clean the apartment real good. And then I went to the post office, and then I had to stop at Walmart, and then I went to Michael's. I came home, reorganized a little bit more, made some lunch, and then painted for a couple hours. So on the pink flower, it's carousel pink with extreme glitter on top. I used, which one did I use for the wings? This one was, I believe that one was, yeah, that one was Equinox. Equinox? For like this part of the wings. And then on this part of the wings, it was like joyful pink, I think, with this extreme glitter. Right? I'm like, give them a chance every time, man, you know? So I only did because sometimes I feel like I create best in like a nice, clean environment. You know what I mean? And I just like, I needed to do dishes. I've been meaning to vacuum, you know, just like that kind of stuff. Just kind of red up a little bit, if you know what I mean. Right. So you could use Jelly Bean Pink on top, yes, but this is actually one of the ones from the UK. So the color I'm using right now is Galaxy. As you can see, it looks different on my nails than it does swirled in Duraclear, but it still shifts super cool. Now, if I were to like rub it on top of a tacky glue, it would give this look, but that's just not how I'm using it. Hey, I did laundry yesterday, but I need to fold it. So I kind of like halfway did laundry, I guess you could say. I just don't like folding laundry. I don't know what else to say about that. I really hate it. It's just like, I don't know, I have so many things to do all the time that the idea of folding laundry is just like, is it gonna really impact my day significantly if it's not folded? No. So therefore, it's very low on my to-do list, you know? Right. At least I can still find my clothes, right? That's kind of how I decide to like do my laundry too, is like once I start running out of like my main things like underwear, bra, you know, that kind of stuff, or if something that I wore, I want to wear it again, then I'll do laundry. Yes, it's the same pigment. It's the same stuff. It's just used a little bit differently than how it was used on my nails. That's funny. I mean, honestly, like I mean, Scott, he'll leave his laundry in the dryer because like he fluffs it every day before work, gets the wrinkles out. So like, you know, whenever I have to do laundry, I just put his stuff in the laundry basket and put it like on top of the dryer. And I mean, he hasn't folded and put clothes away for a very long time. Like, I'm pretty sure that if we went in the bedroom and looked in the suitcase in the closet, that some of his clothes that he brought on vacation in August are still in there. Not dirty, but like he just hasn't put them away. Yeah, I mean, I'll hang certain things too. Yep, I'm the same way. How's it going? Well, so the center is actually one of the ones that I didn't include in the pre-order. But this one right here, that one's Equinox. This is Galaxy. That's it. And now I'm using Gemini for the outer ones. They're not actually like paints, Lisa. They're just my pigment powders mixed in Duraclear. Heather, hello. Right? He won't even need to pack when we go to Vegas in October. Right? Me too. I didn't realize like I pronounce it weird until a few of you guys said something. What do you guys say? Vegas? Is that what you guys say? Vegas. I say Vegas. Vegas reminds me of like the vagus nerve. And it's spelled not the way like that. It is fun. This one's probably like the least detailed of the mandalas that I had them etch on these for us. Sorry, not sorry. What's up? What's going on? Vegas. Vegas, yeah. Basically, I'm just coloring between the lines with paint-ish stuff. Right? Well, I mean, so think of how long I've been doing this with liquid diamond for probably, what, 2 years at least now. It's pretty much the same idea, except it's obviously like a color shifting, like chameleon chrome, and I'm using more than just like a little bit to make it sparkle, like I would with liquid diamond, how I just want it to be sparkly. This is just, you're using more of the pigment. Oh, good. That is great to hear. So it is, it's not paint. It is chameleon, like hyper color shifting pigment powder mixed with Duraclear high gloss varnish. I actually am doing a pre-order for a bunch of these colors. It'll be not like wet like this, like you'll have to mix it on your own. It's just the pigment powders, but I'm getting doing a pre-order, and that pre-order ends Friday night. So if you're interested in hopping in on that pre-order with everyone else, make sure, and by you I mean like anybody, make sure you get your orders in before then, basically before Saturday. Yeah. So I use it on my paintings too, but these cute little ornaments, they're just a lot of fun. It's just fun to use them on this. But I'll use it on my paintings with like swooshes and stuff, but I'll also use it for like top dots, you know? These are Christmas ornaments. Hey. Yeah. Just a couple hours worth. Nothing much, you know? I was gonna do journals tonight, but then these came in the mail, and I was like, well, I guess we gotta do these. Just get a head start on our weekly goal of ornaments every week. Since Saturday is actually not a double live day for me, technically. I mean, it is, but I have VIP, so we're not going to be doing ornaments all day. So I have 3 journals finished. The one that we started at the end of the last live, no, that has not been touched. But the blue and green one that we are working on, yes, it is done. So I'm a dot artist. I'm currently just coloring with paint to make some ornaments, so I'm not really doing my true art form at the moment, but I actually will be here in a couple seconds because we're gonna do this one. Yeah. They're so much fun to use. I mean, honestly, like, you really can't go wrong. Hello, hello. Yeah. You know, I just needed to add a few clouds before I started painting with the other dots. All right, I'm happy with that. That's enough clouds. This is an acrylic dowel. It's like plastic acrylic. I'm gonna cluster around. Snickerdoodle pumpkin. It smells delicious. So I'm using acrylic paint and different sizes of acrylic dowels to make dots. Yeah. So these candles are actually from our friend Julie Sandpiper. I don't know, Julie, are you in here? She has a little candle business, and her candles are like pet safe. And like they're not like, you know, dangerous like the Bath and Body Works candles are, like with their scents. So that's why I really like burning her candles, because it doesn't make my cat sick. There she is. Is your website up? It doesn't make my cat sick. I like burning candles, and I was a big fan of Bath and Body Works, but I noticed that like every time I burnt a candle, he would throw up. And then I kind of started sort of like putting it two and two together. So I stopped burning candles, and he stopped throwing up. So she sent me some candles, and you know, was like, yeah, these are pet safe, all that kind of stuff. And I burn them pretty much every live. So like my lives go anywhere from like, you know, an hour and a half to like 3 hours at a time. And sometimes I'll just burn them while I'm painting and like not on camera. And he's like, fine. Oh no. Yeah, there's a few places that are like kind of worried about losing power, huh? Kayla was talking about that today, where like she's worried about the power companies and well, them losing power, and then because like, you know, they can't get, the power companies can't get there to fix right away, she's afraid that they're going to lose power for a few days. We're supposed to get 5 to 8 on the low end, and they also said 12 to 15 on the high end. So like, who knows? Who knows what we're gonna get. She's in Virginia. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting, that's for sure. Yep. Although we're not supposed to get any weather until Saturday, like around 6 o'clock. So we'll see. Yep. So hopefully everything's all right, you know, and she's preparing for nothing. But so what, some of you, when is a lot of your weather supposed to start, or is it already starting? No, I have, oh, really? Hold on. I don't think I base coated that, so now I've got to look through them. Hold on. I don't know what pile it's in. Nope, not this pile. Must be in, oh my god, I forgot how many of these I got. Hold on. This sunflower. Oh no. Oh, I'll have to let her know. I think I only have one of these, so I can't even check if it was just like an accident. Whoops. I'll have to text her. Yeah. Hello. Whew. Good luck. Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting storm, that's for sure. My news was saying like Pittsburgh, they haven't seen this type of snow. This will be the third time since like 2000. Well, I would probably paint over the leaf, yeah. But maybe not everyone. Crazy. I'm a little excited, not gonna lie. But that's because I don't have to go anywhere. You know, it's not really gonna affect my life too much, I don't think, hopefully. Like, personally, like, going places is not gonna affect me. Hopefully all of my friends and family are safe traveling out and about and all that kind of stuff. But, like, I'll just sit tight, hunker down, paint all day. No. Same size. They're all about 6 inches. I think it's 6 inches. From my space heater, I don't have a space heater. Here, anywhere between 5 to 8 to 12 to 15. Do you mean your space heater? Yeah, I think I commented, didn't I? Or did someone else have a fire too? Yeah, I'll just have to text Anna and tell her to adjust the file. That's probably all it was, so she'll adjust it. That was her choice. I didn't give her that picture. Oh, I'm sure. Even here, you too. Even here, there were a lot of people at the grocery store tonight. So I think everyone's just kind of preparing to just hunker down. Stay inside and paint. Hang out. That's my plan anyways. Oh, that's smart. Yeah, like, I mean, obviously I don't want like catastrophic snow, but I just feel like the snow that I remember as a kid just doesn't happen here anymore. And, you know, I just wanna have a good snow day. Well, it should be fine. She probably didn't even notice. Because there have been some things that I, like, had to message her. I'm like, hey, just so you know, this looks like this. And she'll be like, whoops, you know? So it happens sometimes. She only human. Oh, yeah, our milk was pretty low, too. I got eggs because we're gonna do, like, breakfast for dinner one night. I was shocked. I got a 6-pack of eggs, 99 cents. I was like, what? I feel like they haven't been that low in I don't know how long. So our power, it'll like flicker a lot, and like we might lose it for like a second, and it usually comes back on. Although this summer, we didn't have power for a couple days. You guys remember that? And when it finally came back on, it was like a really bad storm. Like I think there was probably a tornado somewhere. And when it finally came back on, only half of our apartment worked. Half of my kitchen. So we had to run an extension cord across the kitchen so that our, you know, fridge would work, because the side of the kitchen that wasn't working was where the fridge was plugged in. It was so boring. Scott and I literally did not know what to do with ourselves. We took walks around our apartment complex and looked at all the downed trees. We played so many like board games and stuff by candlelight. But after the first night, I was over it. I was like, all right, let's get this power back on. I have things to do. It was literally a forced vacation. Yeah, it's crazy. I was like not expecting eggs to be 99 cents. I didn't even pay attention. And when I rang them up, I was like, wow, that's cheap. So I didn't get regular milk. I get Fairlife, but it's always on sale like 3 for $14 at our grocery store, which typically I don't usually buy 3 of them. But Scott was like, I mean, it's like almost $7 for one. You might as well. So when I got home, I just kind of moved some stuff around in the fridge. So now I've got a bunch of milk for probably the next month. I do. Here, I'll show you. They get resin. Thank you. So a lot of the ones I've had, all the ones that are done on my website right now, they're all like Christmassy, wintry, because those were the only designs that they had. But I am pretty tight with 24-hour crafts, which is where I get my wood from, and like text basis. And so like I'll text her, the girl who, like, you know, she does the website and the marketing and, you know, the design stuff. I'll usually text her with ideas, and then she'll bring them to life. So yeah, there is a turtle. Yep. I'm excited to do that one. But this one, I sent her this picture, so. Nope. My apartment stays pretty warm. It's not like, I'm not in a basement, so like it's not freezing in here. You know, it might take a little bit longer than normal to cure, but not too much, because you know, our apartment, I wouldn't say our apartment's like warm, because we don't like it to be super hot in here, but it's not freezing in here. This is a live feed. What's up, Cynthia? I did. I did. Yes, I am pointy again. No more, like, broken nail. Feels so good. Thank you. I used the Galaxy pigment powder on my nails. I was gonna do one of each, but I chickened out, and especially after I saw how cool this looked on my nails, I was like, yeah, they all need to have that. We're gonna do them all in one color. Yeah, it is. It is. My nail girl was super My nail girl was super impressed with the quality of them, which, I mean, I already knew that they were really nice quality, but she was like, dude, these are like better than my $25 nail pigment powders that I buy. These are so nice. And I was like, oh, well, then I'll give you a whole pack. So I have done something with Stitch on it, but the place that I get them from, they typically don't do copyrighted, things like that. Copyright, is that the right, that's not the right word. Is that the right word? You know what I mean? But I just use my Cricut and I don't post about it. So, it would have to be a custom. So if you're truly interested, shoot me a message somewhere. I know, that's what she said. She's like, well, next time we can do a different color. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I guess it's a good thing if I don't really have an idea of what I want to get done on my nails, then it's always good to just kind of default to that, I suppose, right? Well, licensed material, yeah, but typically, like, you know, Disney and, you know, Nike, you know, things like that, like you can't use their stuff to make money. And a lot of people do, but it's kind of like a you shouldn't, because you can get in a lot of trouble and fined and all that kind of stuff. Thanks. I'm always like my nails, I always like them. I mean, I get all different colors and style, like, you know, designs, but I typically like the ones that are just like flashy or like dark. I don't typically do pink. I really don't do red. Usually it's either blue, purple, black, sparkly. This one? So, the sparkly, like this and this, these are pigment powders mixed in Deco Art Duraclear High Gloss. It's it's like a technique that I've just been doing a lot on these ornaments, and I just think that they're a lot of fun. So they're not really paint, they're paint-like, but you mix the pigment powders yourself in some high gloss varnish, and the more pigment powder you put in, obviously the more opaque it is. No, nope, she cut my natural nails off. They were probably to about here though before I got my nails redone. They're acrylic. Huntsville, what's up? Huntsville, Alabama. Thank you. Nice. My best friend used to like have a nursing position down there. She was a travel nurse years ago, like, you know, 5 years ago or so, and she spent probably like a year or two down in Huntsville. Mm-hmm. Indeed. So this one is Poseidon. This one is Aphrodite, I think. Nope, that one's Gemini. Just kidding. Sometimes I can't tell until I turn it. Yeah, so basically what this is, you paint them black. So she used like a black gel polish. And then while it was like still tacky, she took the pigment powder on her nails or on her finger and she went like this. So she didn't like paint it on. It was in powder form. It's called burnishing, where she rubs the powder on and it sticks. So you just have to have, you know, like your base coat underneath the nail has to be tacky. But my pigment powders, they are cosmetic grade. Yeah, Cynthia, they're made from the pigment powders that I'm selling. This one's not. This one's just Folk Art Extreme Glitter, but she does. Yep, she seals it all in so that it doesn't like scuff up. It's in powder form. I'm not going to do the liquid form because all it is Duraclear, and it doesn't stay like in nice, wonderful condition for like all that long. Like once you take Duraclear out of the original container and expose it to air, it'll start to slowly thicken up. So I'm just selling the pigment powder so that you guys can mix your own as often as you want. That's all. I think so. They're chrome nails. And a lot of places will have chrome powder, but they don't always have like the colorful ones. My nail girl, she lets me bring in like supplies and glitter and whatever I want to put on my nails. She doesn't care, but not all salons let you do it, so you have to ask your nail tech. Just so pretty. Is it like that for all Paneras? Because I'm going to be pissed. They made it sound like it was sticking around. Well, so it depends on how much Duraclear you're using, Cynthia, but if you're just like filling up like a normal little, like, you know, the little paint strips, the like the little things with the lids, these. If you just fill them up like halfway to 3/4 of the way with Duraclear, I usually just do like 2 small little popsicle stick tips worth of powder. But basically, when you mix it up, you'll just kind of, you have to eyeball it. A little bit goes a long way, though. You don't need a whole ton. 1 gram of pigment, which is what I'm selling, you can make batch after batch after batch. It's not, you know, you're not going to go through it super fast unless you're like using it all up really fast because you're making a lot of stuff. But I mean, I don't even go through that much. No. So I don't know what the circles in the sand are, but I made them coconuts. So it used to be a seasonal soup, yes, but they literally, it's been gone for like 7 years. And they made like a whole announcement like, you asked, we brought it back. They never said it was seasonal. So if they got rid of it again, I'm, you know, just boycotting Panera again because I pretty much stopped going there because they've gotten rid of all of my favorite things. This? Or this? Oh, sorry, these. This is a matte like paint over wood. I am using Bahama Blue, Blue Haven, and the Craftsmart Blue Ice Pearl. Their black bean soup. It's just so good. I used to get it when I was a kid. Like, that's one of the places, like, my mom would allow us to go to, like, fast food wise, you know. And we would always get black bean soup in a bread bowl. And I just loved it. It's so good. I know. Yeah. A turtle. I'm sorry for the loss of your turtle. I'm not going to be working on a turtle tonight, but I do have a turtle. Maybe I won't be live again on YouTube until next Tuesday, so not sure if I'll do it before then. Well, I'm gonna start dotting the ones in front of me. I don't know which one I'm gonna do next. Maybe the hummingbird, or maybe this one. I don't know. The pigment, so pre-order is best because it's expensive to get in. So depending on what the final like total of like individual colors that are ordered, depending on that, I'll probably bump up some colors, you know, and try and get a handful in. But I don't think they're gonna last very long. So if I do, they'll probably sell out very quick, and then we'll have to do a pre-order again. So, but this order is very expensive. I know. I can't help myself. I gotta do the micro dots. It just looks so good. So Panera, my favorite soup from them is black bean soup, and they haven't had it for like 7 years. And they brought it back, and apparently it's gone again. I was just informed of that. These don't take very long to dry at all. I mean, I'm gonna set this aside while we work on one of the other ones, and then I'll be able to top dot it. Like this ornament, we'll probably finish it tonight, like the painting part of it anyways. It'll need a varnish coat and then a resin coat, but I know it's my favorite soup that they carry, and they got rid of it again. So sad. You can only see half of my name. I don't know. So I was just using the this one, the Blue Ice Pearl from Craftsmart, which is Michael's. It's like a nice light metallic blue. And now I'm using Bahama Blue, which is this like greenish, tealish, seafoam blue, green. Well, it's more blue color. So, it's convenient to go through my shop, yes. However, the discount code that I have for you guys doesn't work on my website. It only works on their website. So it's kind of up to you. It helps me out if you order through my website, but it helps you out more if you order through their website. Either way, I get credit if you use my code for them, but they do pay me per order, like a little cut, and my cut is higher from my website, but that's okay. Whatever you want to do. So what she did was she did black base coat. This was a gel, like you cure it under the UV lamp, right? So she did a black base coat, cured it, and it was still like a little tacky because we didn't cure it all the way. And then she took the mica powder on her finger and she went like this. And then that's what it looks like. And then she top coated it and then we cured them again. I haven't Googled it, but I heard that it's not the same. So, I think it's Progresso. It might be the other one, but I'm pretty sure it's Progresso. Progresso has like a Southwest black bean soup that I tried recently, and I thought that was really good. I'm not a soup person. I'm especially not a canned soup person. Like, I don't usually eat canned soup, but that one was pretty good. I make a really yummy chicken noodle soup, so that's probably like my favorite that I make. But I'm not really a soup person. To me, soup isn't a meal. Like, I don't feel like satisfied after I eat soup. I mean, I do when I eat like black bean soup with a bread bowl, but most soup, like, I might be full right away, but then I'm hungry again very shortly after. So, and I get hot when I eat soup and then my stomach hurts. So it's the same way with like hot coffee and stuff, which is why I'm an iced coffee girl, even when it's like minus 100 degrees out. I drink iced coffee year round. I don't care how cold it is. Hot coffee makes my stomach hurt. Yeah, the Red Bull makes a huge difference. Right, and that's the other thing is like canned soup is kind of grosses me out in my opinion. I don't really like thinking about what's in canned soup and all the preservatives and stuff. I mean, I like junk food, so like I'm not scared of preservatives, but like there's just certain foods that I'm just like, and canned soup is one of them. Especially any of the canned soup with like meat. Well, I did. Let me see if I have any other ones that I need to make more. We can do Poseidon because I'm running low on that color. Sophia, autocorrect is not your friend tonight. They make little like mica spoons and stuff. You can use that too, but I just do like 2 little scoops from a popsicle stick. This is a sample container, so you would have way more in this. I just ordered a sample because I didn't, wasn't sure if they were going to be good quality or not. And then I just mix it. So pigment powders, they are heavier than the liquid that you put them in. So before you use them, you're gonna have to mix it. That's just how it is. That's another reason why I'm not selling it in like liquid form, because it will settle. All of these have settled. But when you flip them over, you can see. So all you have to do is just mix them back up again. I like to use what is this? A Q-tip, because you can get all of that pigment powder off of the bottom really easily, and then you just stir it up. There's nothing you can do about it. If you make a tumbler with pigment powder, it's also gonna settle. That's just what happens. It's just heavier. So you just have to mix it up before you use it. No big deal. That's why I wouldn't recommend putting it in a bottle, because you're not going to be able to get it off the bottom of the bottle. But at least with these little paint pots, you can kind of scrape it off the bottom and then it's good to go again. Oh, so good. Snickerdoodle pumpkin. Isn't it amazing? Well, you guys can't smell it, but I can. I told her she had to make that one because I had a pumpkin snickerdoodle candle from Bath and Body Works. That one I can't use anymore because Toby throws up, but two, they stopped making it, so they never brought it back. I use high gloss. I've also used Duraclear, triple thick as well, so but I like high gloss. That's my go-to. The thing about when you mix it, so the thing about mixing these in a varnish is that it is thin. Cynthia, were you watching? Because I just did it. I don't have a video up yet. I can post one eventually, but it really just depends on how much how much Duraclear you put inside of it. That's all. So the amount that you'll use will differ sometimes. It is. This one was one of the ones that didn't make it in the collection because I didn't think the shift was super. It's pretty, but I wanted the ones that shifted a lot, and this one, in my opinion, didn't shift as much as the others. So that one is, which one is that one? That one's Scorpio, which doesn't exist yet in the collection. Deco art, like I just use this. That's all. Well, there were 3 colors that didn't make the final cut, and that was one of them. One of them was green. It kind of was like if you mixed Gemini and Aphrodite together. That was one of the other ones, and then the other one was really close to like supernova almost. How's it going? I don't know how many rays are around this, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess I don't need to number them. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19. Oh, of course that doesn't. All right, well, we'll just kind of scatter the color and not actually go in color order because 19 is not a good prime number. Yeah, I mean, I might leave it up overnight while I'm sleeping, but I will close it down on Saturday for sure, because that's when I'm going to be talking to my guy and placing the order. Well, then that would be 18 and not 19, right? It's all right. We'll figure it out. I'll use a handful of colors and just not really go in color order. That way it doesn't really matter. I know. They're all so pretty. And I have new ones coming. new tester pigments coming. One of them, 3 of them are holographic, but like it's the same color. I just don't know what size to get, because there were a bunch of different, I don't want to call it cut sizes, but you know what I mean. So my goal is to also have like a silver holographic. And then there's going to be a red one. And there's going to be hopefully some like fancy, I don't want to say pastel color shifts, but they're more like pastel-y. They're not white. But I hope you don't lose power either. More paint, less pressure. That is one of my biggest suggestions when you're trying to get better with dotting. Obviously, practice makes progress. The more you do it, the better you're gonna get at it. Oh no, I wasn't ever gonna do a set because some people like didn't want all 10, so I let you pick your colors. Also, brand of paint matters as well, in my opinion. What do you know what brand of paint you usually use? Wait, sorry, hold on. Oh, you're talking like on nails. You're talking like dotting on nails. These are 4" and they're a 1/4 inch thick, Sherry. Got you. Well, dotting with nail polish is a little weird, but beetles is, well, I guess, so I don't have much experience with beetles. In fact, the first time I used it was actually the other day whenever I did some little swatch nails for my pigment powder. But yeah, so don't press down all the way. I mean, I would assume it's probably the same with nails as it is when you're using paint, but you don't want to press like down super hard. And I don't know, maybe cure after you know, a couple dots just to get them to stop moving since it's nail polish. That would be my guess, you know. But yeah. My girl, she'll do dots on my nails every once in a while, but I've only dotted my nails once and I used acrylic paint because it dries fast. Okay, we'll be here. But I give you props for trying to do dotting on teeny tiny surfaces like fingernails. It's a lot harder than it looks. No. My butt hurts from sitting though. I stretch a lot. I think that helps too. So I sell ornaments year round. I don't sell them like consistently though, but I think that they would be a good one, yeah. I think the hardest battle when it comes to selling ornaments in your art is building a good foundation and building your brand, building your people. You know, it's a lot harder to sell art online than I think people think. It's not as magical and glorious as people think, but Yeah, I don't know. I know Jenny Long uses some type of inversion table, but I don't know. I don't know if I could get used to it. Yeah, they would definitely be cute magnets. I personally would not sell these as magnets. I don't do magnets, or magnets like this size anyways, because in my opinion, $36 magnets is ridiculous. So there's certain things that aren't worth my time to make unless someone like specifically custom orders one for me. But that's just a personal thing. Oh, interesting. I don't know. Like, I mean, maybe my posture isn't the greatest, but I don't feel very bothered by it, though I have a Tempur-Pedic mattress, so that that might help me a little bit too. I think so far my vision for this is coming to life. This is how I assumed I would paint it. So you could also like kind of flip-flop it and do the like flood the rays and then dot the waves. I might try that on the next one just to see. But this was my original thought process. Well, I had two, but obviously gotta do them first to see them. Oh, I see. Yeah. You know, I've seen stuff like that and like I can't relax my body enough to like get the benefits from stuff like that, you know? Like, and I'm not saying that this is any good for me, but like, you know how people try and like crack your back by like picking you up and stuff? I literally can't relax myself enough for Scott to do that. Um, I obviously also refuse, not that I need to, but I'll never go to the chiropractor. Ever. I can't relax enough for people to crack my joints. I mean, I'll do my knuckles and stuff, but that's about it. Not on one of these, but I think they do have a lighthouse, but I'm not sure. You'll have to search. I got bored doing individual. And since this is kind of going to be random, since the number of rays is not even, I'm just kind of scattering the colors a little bit. Yeah, close out and come back. Yeah, my Scott actually, like his buddy's wife, got her neck adjusted and she stroked out right then and there. Thankfully, like, you know, they got her help, but she's still, well, I mean, it's been a while, but when he told me that story, she was a little bit out from that happening and she was still like having trouble. So, yeah, no thanks. My luck, I would have issues as well, so. just using a handful of different oranges, and, well, orangey yellow colors. Yeah, I'm too paranoid to go. I don't need to, but if I needed to, I wouldn't. Me likey so far. I'm excited. I honestly am excited for it. I'm curious, and I'm also kind of like anxious because I'm like, how bad is it actually gonna be? Are they just hyping it up and then like nothing really, you know, if something does happen, like it's not anything what they predicted? I don't know. I know there were a lot of people at the grocery store today, and we're not supposed to get anything until Saturday, like around dinner time. So people are preparing. I actually didn't know how much snow we were actually supposed to get. I was under the impression that like Pittsburgh, like the middle of the state and like over on the other side towards like Philly and stuff, that's what I saw was gonna have like issues. And then it looked like kind of like the Pittsburgh and surrounding areas, like we really weren't gonna, like it like was missing us. So like I've just kind of been like, yeah, I don't know. And then today Scott was like, what are you talking about? We're supposed to get like between like 6 to 12 to 15 inches. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm not going anywhere, so it's fine. But yeah, I mean, there are definitely some areas that if maybe I was living there, I'd probably be pretty scared. But since I don't have to go anywhere, I'm pretty fine just hunkering down and not having to do anything for a couple days, like go anywhere for a couple days. I mean, I have more than enough to keep me busy, keep us fed, you know, as long as our power stays on. You know, I'm cool. I have to make a bunch of shirts over the weekend and all that kind of stuff, so I'm okay with it, honestly. Oh no. Make sure, do you guys have a fireplace? Make sure to go get some firewood, maybe. That's what Kayla did. Kayla got some firewood just in case. Yeah, the ice is a scary thing. I don't know if we're really gonna get ice. I think we're just supposed to get a bunch of snow. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be pretty damn cold here too. Like on Monday. Don't know what it's gonna be on the over the weekend though. But yeah, I remember Snowmageddon back then. That was crazy, especially because like where I grew up, we didn't have buses to take us to school. Our parents either drove us, or if we like were old enough to drive, we would drive, or we'd walk. I was in a walking community, so I walked to school the majority of my school time until like my best friend, you know, got her license and she would come pick me up and drive me home. But yeah, so like I remember they closed school for like a while because nobody could get out, shovel, like everybody had to have their driveways and like sidewalks shoveled. And like there was just so much snow that it just wasn't happening, so kids couldn't walk to school, so they canceled school for a while. But I remember when we were finally able to walk to school, the snow, there was just so much snow still. Oh, so what are they doing? I thought you said you were going on Monday, which I mean that's shitty of me because it's Thursday and I haven't asked. um Are they, like, I mean, I know there's not much they can do about broken ribs and stuff, but what else was broken? Was it just, what, did they just x-ray your chest? So, I think it depends. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. Isn't a fracture like where your bone like cracks, or is that a hairline fracture where it like bends and it has like it's like almost like a crease in your bone almost, where like it didn't break but it broke, you know? I forget what that term is. Yeah, oftentimes you can't really do anything for ribs. You just gotta deal with it. Oh, that's crazy that your foot wasn't broken for how like black and blue it is. Thanks. The next one of these I do, I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna do dots for the waves and, you know, paint for the, I'm gonna just switch them. Yeah. Yeah. There's just like different kinds, I guess. Some are just worse than others. Oh, that's true. Yeah, maybe you, yeah, did you get an MRI? Because x-rays can't tell when you fuck up your ligaments and stuff, but like MRIs can. The MRIs are expensive. I guess it depends on what your insurance covers, but I don't know how that works over in the UK. Thank you. I guess this part's like the same, I suppose. It doesn't really match anything, but we're gonna do it anyways. You little piggies. Did they give you like any medicine to help with the pain at all? Or are you already kind of just taking what you can? Yeah, unfortunately, it's one of those things that you just kind of have to deal with. Really? Wow. Gotcha. We don't even do MRIs at all? I remember when I broke my leg real bad, like they made me get an MRI because of like the break. They were like, I mean, just judging by the way you said you fell and you know what you felt, like we need to make sure we got to see everything. And when I got my MRI, they were like, yeah, I mean, we knew it was bad. We didn't know it was this bad. You're gonna need like some pretty reconstructive shit. And I'm like, oh great. 2 reconstructive knee surgeries later. Thank God my parents had insurance. I mean, they're doctors, so definitely. Little piggy toes, I think, is what trotters are. I saw her toes. Yeah, I mean, especially because you have to keep breathing and, you know, expanding your lungs, which, you know, in turn, like, messes with your rib cage a little bit. I don't know all the UK slang, but I just assumed that's what trotters meant. And I was right. I got to see him for free. I'm doing this and I'm like, oh, am I gonna top dot these or not? I don't know. Cause like, I always top dot. Am I gonna top dot these? Oh goodness. Decisions. I don't know. We'll have to go back to the beach though after this because I want to finish that one. And let's use this color again. That means it's getting better, right? I guess, if you're able to finally cough. I mean, I know it probably still hurts when you do, but... Yep, that's what happens. That's what happens. All right, let's go back to this baby. Of course, we got to bring in some hologram because, like, why not, right? Oh, man. What are you cluster dotting on that? Definitely got to cluster or add hologram to the clouds, of course. Make them nice and sparkly. Thank you. Thank you. We're working on Christmas ornaments, or just ornaments, I guess, tonight. because I just got these in and I couldn't wait to start painting them. I've got so many, but new designs. So I like that there's some new things. It'll keep me busy for a while. Not like I don't have a bunch of other things to paint too, but these are fun. But welcome in. On Tuesday we were doing some journals, and we were gonna do journals today, but these came early, so yeah, maybe. I was thinking that. I just don't have that many different colors of like glitter. But I was thinking like maybe top dotting like a few of the rays, maybe not all of them, and seeing what that looks like. Yeah, run or you'll get hooked and want to start dotting, and I'm a bad influence in the best way possible, but I'm a bad influence. But it's fun in here. We have a good time. We've spent a long time together, a lot of us in here. Not just on YouTube. Most of us met over on TikTok, and we just kind of go with the flow and hop platforms and stuff, depending on the day. Well, so I got my journals over a year and a half ago. I ordered them from Temu. And I did look to see if that listing was still like available. But the shop doesn't even exist anymore. So wherever I got my journals from, it's like, you know, it says like, sorry, not available anymore. And it doesn't even give me the option to like look for something similar. Like I can't even like click on it. I was looking for you guys on Amazon, but I couldn't find the exact journals that I had. I have a lot of fun ideas and things that like aren't always your typical dot art stuff, which I think is, you know, one of the reasons people like to watch and hang out. But you know, the dot cult, that's not the first time I've heard it either. People are like, Jenna, you have a cult like following, and I'm like, they just love me. I don't know what to say. And I love you guys, so it's fine. And listen, what I would say to everyone's hubbies who have an issue, could be doing worse. Could be doing worse. You know? Could be spending money on a lot worse. The thing is that it's not that expensive as long as you have a little bit of what's the word? Restraint. The hard part is not wanting to dot all the different things. That's when it gets expensive. Because you want to buy all the different things and materials to paint and all that kind of stuff. It can add up, but just overall, like having the paint and the dotting tools and stuff, that's not that bad. Yes, yes. Can you believe it's gonna be our 2-year? Well, it'll be my 5-year dotiversary in March, on March 7th. But on March 6th, it'll be 2 years since Dory and I started doing the tools. You just gotta have a little restraint, which obviously none of us have, but you know, self-control. But we're artsy people. Like, what is that? What is that term even? Self-control, don't know her. Yeah, do it. Do it, do it. Make sure to sand your wood, especially from Dollar Tree. I mean, I always say sand any wood piece you get, but Dollar Tree, it's very rough. I would definitely sand your wood. I know. That's why you guys got to get together and place a big order together and split it up accordingly, you know, send it all to one person and then deal with, like, you know, just like kind of sort of like domestic shipping between you guys, right? I do 220 grit. That's what I usually use. I know. Well, see, the problem is, Tanya, is that I'm always thinking of another new fun thing to paint. Like, I have a few ideas. Because I bring you know, a handful of new things each year. Yeah, but don't say an MDF. Paula learned the hard way. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry, right? That's what we say. Sorry, not sorry. Well, that's what I say. Apparently, it gets, like, gritty. Like, it starts to, like, not come apart, but, you know, like, if you were to try and sand cardboard, maybe. I don't know. I think maybe it might vary upon, like, what, like, the type of MDF or, like, the quality. Because I mean, I don't really paint MDF. I'm not sure if I ever tried to sand it because the MDF that I have was, like, so smooth you didn't even need to sand it. So I don't know. Well, what is an MDF? Yeah, sorry. In my defense, I'm just thinking of ideas for my business, you know? You guys don't have to follow along. It's just, you know, I think the proper way to look at it is that I open up your eyes to all the things that you could dot. You know, your world becomes, I can dot that. Can I dot that? I can dot that. Or, oh, that's really pretty, but I bet it would look a lot better with dots. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what happens. And I'll take some credit for that, but I'm expanding your creativity. Yeah, yep. I know, I hate the term influencer, but I guess if, you know, we call it that, I guess I'm pretty good at it, right? I mean, these just, they look so pretty when they're all done. I mean, how could you not love them? I don't know what I want to put over this metallic blue. Ooh, I know. Well, I know you were saying that you had to wait till, like, after the holidays, you know, to start kind of getting into dotting. Well, here it is. I mean, you could easily, I bet there's a way that you could, I mean, hell, you could just get a bunch of gnome things, Sherry, and dot that up, and that totally goes in line with, like, the stuff that you do, you know what I mean? Like, you could kind of self-control yourself a little bit that way and just do gnomes. Yeah. There's definitely certain stamps that I recommend first, especially because, like, there's certain ones that I use in the VIP group the most. But they're all fun. Some are just, you know, you're not always gonna use, let's say, like, let's use the beach the beach set, for example. That's not, to me, that's not like a standard set, because you're not always going to do beachy stuff, right? But like fans, the fan tools, you can always use the fan tools. They're like a pretty cool standard addition to like your normal mandalas, right? The half flowers and the ovals and stuff. Thank you. Right. All right, so I would say this one is done for now. Just gotta let it dry, and then I'll top coat it and put resin on it. Bring this one back. I use the feet and the, like the, not the swirly seashell, but the others, the regular seashell the most. Yeah, and like you can get some really nice rocks that are like tumbled in the lake. Nice smooth rocks. Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, they don't have one, but I can maybe get them to make one, yeah. If you're wanting like something like this. I've done a cardinal and a raven, like just like a plain, you know, like a shape piece before. You can't even. Yeah, that's why I wear leggings all the time. Let me look, Pollen. Let me look. I guess it hasn't come through yet. Where'd you send me them? Where did you text it to me, or did you send it somewhere else? Yeah, I just don't know what I'm gonna do with the top part yet. There it goes. Just came through. Or are you just saying like make the hummingbird blue? Oh wow, that is a lot of cluster dots. Wow. Nope, that's my computer. My iMessage. I was surprised that it was that loud too. I wasn't expecting it. I have a love-hate relationship with how long these take to paint. And like I already spent a couple hours earlier like doing this part, you know, you didn't even see that part. Oh yeah. Do you like it with top dots? Should we do them all with top dots? We're just some. I'm gonna put some glitter on some of these. Nothing that a little glitter paint can mess up, you know what I mean? Oh, I forgot that I need to finish these ones. Oops. I'm using gold, like actual gold extreme glitter, not the champagne. I'm using gold. So it's more of like a yellow, right? What time is it? 11:30 already? What the frick? Wow, where did time go? I feel like Thursday nights always go by so fast, you know, because I'm off on Wednesdays, and like everybody's just so excited and talkative, you know. Man, I'm gonna be a busy bee for the next week. You guys might not hear from me much during the day unless I'm live. So I like, so I'm not a huge fan of most metallics because like the consistency is weird. However, I like the dazzling metallics. They're nice. Even the extreme sheens are okay. They're a little bit stringy. But yeah, metallics I'll mostly use for top dots because the consistency is odd. Sometimes, sometimes like when you use them as like the bottom layer, they'll run together. Thanks. Good night. Have a good night. Yeah, metallics can be tricky, but they are nice to have. I prefer the dazzling metallics for sure. So I like Gorilla Glue Clear. That glue works really well. I use that glue for most things if I have to glue something, even if it's like not wood. All right, I would say this one's probably done. I don't know. So we've got 2 done. I guess I was kind of in like a beachy kind of mood tonight. Should we, what color, what background should this one be? Should it be blue? I don't know if I want to do blue. What do I want to do on this one? I don't know. Ooh, decisions. That's the hard part. I don't know. Oh yeah, I've got all of them. They're very thick and stringy, but they're worth it if you're patient. So crazy. You guys see teal blue, I see purple. It just depends on the way that you look at it. But if you look at it straight on, it's teal. They're nice. They're expensive, but they're nice. I love the shifts. Some of them I prefer more than others. I definitely like have my top like 5, top 10, and there's definitely ones that I'll say don't order or don't buy, but most of them I like. Yeah, I was thinking that. Or just like a bright green behind it too. Nice. Oh, I gotta stand up and grab some paint. Oh. Cracked my back a little bit. Oh yeah, see that's never something that I've ever had an issue with Tub. He's always let me like trim his murder mittens. Good night, Sherry. Ever since he was a baby, like he's treat trained. Anytime I have to do stuff like that, he knows he's gonna get treats. So I'll pick him up and I'll sit him like in my lap with like, you know, he's like actually sitting with his like tummy out and his legs like out like that. And I just grab his paws and I'll do, you know, one at a time. And I'll give him lots of kisses in between. And he just purrs the whole time. And then when he's done, or when I'm done, I fluff his tummy up, fluff his fur up, and tell him he's a good boy. And then I stand up and he goes running towards the treat area. And I give him treats and he just purrs. So I've never had issues clipping his nails. I don't do his back paws because he doesn't need them, but his front paws I'll do. Yeah, I'm not the best at trimming his nails. Like I don't do it all the time, but I'll definitely do it when like him and Scott like roughhouse, and then Scott's like, "Ow, you need to ask mom to trim your murder mittens, my guy." And then I usually do it the next day. Or the same day, depends. Oh yeah, Tub's a good boy. He's a good cat. I don't have the issue that most cat owners tend to have with their cats. He's like, I mean, he's a cat dog for real. There's definitely times I'm like, are you cat? And they'll be like, oh yeah, yep, you're definitely a cat. Oh, nice. Are they finally putting some paint on like clearance? Oh yeah, sometimes I'll give him a little paw massage. He likes that too. Nice. I always seem to miss whenever they put their paints on clearance. Like sometimes I'll get lucky, but most of the time I don't. She's a tomboy. Oh, wow. See, I feel like my store never puts paint on sale unless it's like they're like clearancing them out, and then they have like the orange stickers on them and stuff. Hold on, gotta flip my napkin. 1 second. I don't know, Holly. Someone told me it was, but I have not been able to confirm it with Folk Art. I emailed them and they never emailed me back, but because I simply cannot live without my hologram and specifics, I stocked up. Thanks. So this is a Folk Art color shift, by the way. Oh, she ruined your curtains. Yeah, I mean, I didn't mean to cause mass panic, but, you know, I would not be able to live if they got rid of it and I didn't stock up, because that's my shit. Come on, paint booger. So I have a decent amount of the extreme glitters of a bunch of different colors, but mostly I've got hologram and champagne because those are my favorite. Oh yeah, I agree. There's nothing else like it, you know, because any of the other ones that I've used, they're not like iridescent blue green, but the other ones dry with like a yellow tint, like they just don't. It's folk art. So I'm a big deco art person, but there's certain things I'll go to folk art for, which are the color shifts. And also the extreme glitters, which the extreme glitters, you can't get them at Michael's or anything. They're at Walmart. I don't know why that they aren't sold at like your normal craft stores, but they're not. Or like Plaid online has them, but they don't have all the colors. Walmart's the place that has the majority of them. I don't know why I didn't swirl those out. Whoever was probably freaking out, I'm sorry. It's kind of getting a little too late to swirl them though, because they're kind of starting to dry down. I'll top dot them. It's not a big deal, but yeah. I definitely make it look easier than it is. It's definitely hard. But so a lot of the areas, like if you're using a matte color, like let's for example say like the head of the snowman, the white for me also looks bumpy, but then I put extreme glitter on top and you can't even tell. So sort of trust the process, but you do have to work quickly, because it is, you know, you want to try not to have your paint super bumpy, but it's not that mine isn't, because it does get that way sometimes depending on what area I'm painting and how big it is, but the extreme glitter helps smooth it out, and then the resin also smooths it out. I think it was a good idea to choose like a mostly kind of teal background. Or maybe it wasn't, I don't know. I like it anyways. I might do like some other color top dots, who knows. Because I just remembered that you guys see teal, I see purple. So to me it pops a lot more than it looks, but it just depends on the angle that you're looking at it. Hello, how's it going? Oh, I'm sorry. But you know you got a good one, right? It sounds like he's watching Venom, but I don't know if he's actually watching it. He might be napping. But I'm pretty sure Venom's on. That's what it sounds like. He was watching this show. I don't know what it's on, but it's not on anymore. So I don't remember what streaming platform he was watching it on. But it was called Mr. In Between, I think is what it was called. It's like they're in Australia, so they all have Aussie accents, but it was interesting. There were only like 3 seasons. He might have finished it, or maybe he turned it off, I don't know. But I know he was on the 3rd season tonight, so he might have finished it. So I putzed around earlier today. I tried my hand at paint pouring. It's a lot harder than it looks. I was not successful at it. I was successful. I guess I'll say I was successful at first with like a general pour. Like it turned out really pretty. But it didn't, for some reason, the cells didn't appear, even though I like followed all the steps that I was looking up. I don't know why. And so then I tried to like do a swipe cell method, and I completely ruined everything, which I was like, damn, I should have just left it without the cells because it looked really, really cool. So, you know, that was enough for right now. I'll try again eventually. But I was annoyed, so it'll be a sec before I try again. I blocked someone on TikTok because now, listen, I totally respect people's opinions when it comes to like their art and stuff, to like not share information. I totally respect it. I get it. I understand it. However, it annoys me. So I was looking at this one creator, and like they were like their stuff was really pretty, and so I was reading the comments because like I wanted to see if someone asked like, oh, like, you know, I'm struggling to get the cells, like how do you do it or something. And anytime someone asked that, she was like, it took years of practice, and that was it. Like she didn't like offer any help. And like like I said, I'm okay with, you know, gatekeeping in a way. Like it's her art, and she totally deserves to, but that bothers me when creators do that. because I'm not like that. And so I blocked her because I'm like, well, if she's not going to be helpful, then I'm not going to look at her to learn, because obviously I won't be learning from her. I don't even remember her username. But yeah, that pissed me off. Because it brought me back to like my beginning dot days when like I would ask questions with like other creators and they would just never answer. And I was always like, I never want to be like that. So that's part of the reason why I'm so open book. But I just, you know, I get it and I understand it, but that's just not the type of person I want to follow. So I blocked her. She doesn't even know, obviously, but I just made sure her stuff didn't show up on my For You page or like whenever I like looked something up, because I didn't want to be like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for, and then be like, oh shit, that person doesn't answer questions, you know. I am, just for a little longer, about another 10 minutes. I'm on until midnight, so it's like 10 till. Yeah, and like, I get it. I totally get it. But that's not the creator for me. Are there some things that I wish I kept to myself? Sure. But that's not really how I built my platform. And there are some things that I won't share, but it's very few and far between. I pick and choose very carefully what I don't share, which is literally like not very much at all. And one of the things I don't share has nothing really to do with dotting. Thanks. Well, I have it. I have it. It's just, it didn't work. I don't know. I did. Yes, I have a bunch. I'll show you my swatches. I have, I think, probably another 6 or 7 coming, but they won't, I mean, they were shipped today, so I don't know when they'll be here, but, where are my swatch cards? Oh no, they stuck together. Okay. Hello. What's going on? So, this one was new and this one was new. I already had these two. And then this one's new. And these two are new. I thought Flame was going to be red. It's not. It's orange, which I'm not really mad about. I mean, I'm disappointed because I thought it was going to be red, but I need more good orange colors that I can rely on. So, but these two are new. Thanks. Hello, hello. Hi, what's up? Yeah, they're Art Alchemy. I thought I got paint all over me. Oh, I did. Damn it. I didn't, but then I did. They're fun. They really are. I really like them. Expensive, but fun. Yeah. I'm pretty much done. I just felt like I needed to get a few micro dots of this like darker tealish color in, even though I could totally use it for top dots, but I should probably stop. Okay, let's do... Oh god, I hate these paint palettes. They're so difficult. I know, right? It's crazy. Good night. See you tomorrow, hopefully. Most of these are not ready to top dot on, but I am gonna do a little bit. So Dory said that the C set, there's gonna be a few on their way. Just so you know. Hi Shelby, how's it going? How you doing? Oh yeah, this one's gonna be so pretty after resin for sure. Don't have to top dot all of them, just some of them. Let's see here. Let's see what I want to do. Better late than never, exactly. Well, did you have a good nap? Does that mean you're going to be up crafting for a while? Or are you going to be able to pass out again? Perfect for late night ideas, right? Sometimes I feel like, well, late at night is usually when my ideas come to me because that's how I fall asleep. I think of things to do. We won't be able to top dot all of this tonight. Right. So yes, we are supposed to get anywhere between 5 to 8 inches or 12 to 15. We'll kind of know like Sunday, I guess, because it's gonna start on Saturday. But I think they said the majority of the snow, if we get some, is gonna be on Sunday. So, I mean, Scott and I, we went to the grocery store tonight and basically shouldn't need anything for about a week. So our plan is to just kind of chill and hang out and not go anywhere over the weekend. I mean, I have a lot to do anyways, so I'm okay not going anywhere. I'll just, you know, press shirts and stuff all weekend long. Well, I'm using a couple different brands on this. My favorite brand is Deco Art Americana, but right now I'm using Art Alchemy, and I was using some Folk Art color shifts, and also some of my pigment powder that I'm mixing in a high gloss varnish. So it just depends. There's a little bit of everything on here. Yeah, so we're not gonna do anything. And I mean, hopefully we have power, because if we don't have power, then all of my plans kind of go to shit. But you know, it's fine. I'll figure it out. Yeah, it's gonna be really cold on Monday too. Kind of worried about that. All right, so here's what we got done tonight. We painted this one. That's the only like fill that we did. I did the rest of these fills off camera, but we cluster dotted them. So this one is not done yet. I still need to cluster dot these dark teal dots. And I did the beach fill without you guys, but we did the sky together. I have hiccups. Ugh. And then I did the waves in the middle of the sun without you guys, but we did the rays together. So not too shabby, I would say. We've got almost 3 ornaments out of the 5 gold done. But we're going to hyperfixate on these new ornament designs for a hot second. So tomorrow is Friday, so I'll be on TikTok at 9:30. Hopefully. I should be. I'll be on TikTok at 9:30 and TikTok again on Saturday night at 9:30. During the day, we have a VIP live on Saturday. So just a reminder, guys, one more day left to pre-order the pigment powders so that you can mix your own little pigmenty varnish stuff. Those are all on my website, all for pre-order. This one on my nails is Galaxy, that I'm covered in paint, but it's fine. But anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow on TikTok at 9:30. Thanks for hanging out with me. Good night.